Hello, all. Welcome back to Melanin Matter. Tonight, when you come in, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Tonight, we have special guests with us and our regulars. I'll have my co host introduce himself first and then the others, and we will get started.
What up, y'all? Y'all get Ronnie Howard tonight. Famous homie is on break. You know what I'm saying? It's been a trying week, but what's up, y'all? Like she said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this special edition with a doctor.
Hey everybody, it's me, Dr. Piera. How are y'all?
Gucci. We Gucci.
Are you guys with it for me? All right. Georgia Habanero, your cigar enthusiast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, I'm happy to see everybody. I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm here today. Let's do it.
I have two. Happy belated birthday to myself. I have been sick. I am finally
That's
feeling
right.
better and could get back in, and I will be celebrating my birthday later. Like a real grown up. So let's start with the topic and then we'll get straight into the game. Tonight we are going to play perfect date night questions. This video is not sponsored. I bought these, but we'll pay the first clip and then we'll do the hot topic and then jump straight into the game. So pour your drinks and get ready.
How do you think they got this text if it didn't come from you?
This woman made a fake page. I have my page private. That's how I know it got to be an app. Cause I
Oh,
didn't
you're
write
saying they made this. They created
They
this.
made it up because she made up a whole fake page.
So
All of this that they doing is to make me look bad, but I'm really upset because I could care less if he in his life or not. I just want to know who the father is so I can get the help that I need because I'm struggling with my child. If you want to be there, that's fine, but she don't got to tag along your coattail just to go see your child. I didn't have sex with her. I don't mind her coming
You're not to be
sometimes,
trusted
but she
at
thinks
your
that we are
house.
sleeping together. I don't want him.
This is not about legend. This is about her
Yes, it
with
is.
my husband.
It's about my-
emails. I got text messages.
I think that she
called
should be
and
more mature
everything.
than that and take in consideration that stuff happens and she doesn't need to be a pain in my behind.
Let me ask you one question. Have you ever been married?
No, I've not been married.
Okay.
No.
That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Because I can understand now why your perspective is so one-sided and you don't understand. I'm accepting your mouthing off because I know it comes from a place of hurt because I can see you. It's just yabba, 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 yabba. And I'm trying to refrain from beating you down because the truth is you are a young girl. You stand here now and it's, I don't want him. You slept with him. You knew he didn't have no money. You knew he worked at the Goodwill. You knew he had a wife. And you knew he didn't have anything. No, hold on. I let you talk all day. Now I'm going to talk. You knew all this about this man. And I'm not saying he's right because he's wrong as the day is long. But what I'm saying to you is that as you speak, at first I wanted you to get the chip off your shoulder because I thought maybe after you got it off, we could get to really who you are and how this happened. All in my mind as I'm saying is, what are we going to do?
I didn't expect
how
to be
do we do
pregnant.
that? Of course you did.
I made a mistake.
Of course you did. She's made today.
And it didn't make no sense to me because it was not
of
true.
Of course it didn't, Miss Thomas.
It wasn't true.
Of course
it was not true. You don't have to feel sorry for me because God has been blessing me and my children. And I have been taking care of them. I put a roof over their head and I don't have to explain it. You do not know me, but you're looking at me pitiful, like you feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me. And I have this anger built up because he does not take care of his child. So if he doesn't or does, I'm going to take care of him anyway, and he's still happy.
I'm so glad we're here every day, Ron. That's all I can say.
Me too.
I'm so glad we're here
God woke
every
me
day.
up this
I
morning to
really
be
am.
here.
I'm sorry, honey.
I'm
What
glad
did
that
you
I was
say?
woke up this morning to be here.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that I had the opportunity to
Absolutely.
speak my mind.
Right. You got your moment to be able to say what you need to say. That's what this moment is.
I feel better.
Listen, not Crystal, Miss Thompson. Don't miss your moments in life.
I won't.
Don't let hurt, anger, frustration, you get bitter, your teeth so clenched, you just, like, it was like your head was gonna pop off.
Yeah, I was upset.
I could see. And
It was
that's
loud.
why I just brought it down. Because I knew there was another you in there somewhere.
I'm not gonna cry. My makeup pretty. I'm not gonna cry. I want to, but I'm not.
You do look pretty. You do.
So the first thing I would like to say in honor of Black History Month is this is why it's so important for representation. This is why it's so important for people that come from our community to serve in our community. Because that girl, although she is the mistress and she messed with a married man, she's still a human being. And she did have a horrible attitude. And Judge Judy is so mean to people. And a lot of those judges are, especially the ones on TV. So I just want to commend her for that. And I respect her for that because she did take the time to allow that young lady to express her frustration, which she can rightfully have. So my question is, of course they want to move the trash right now. Representation is everything. Hold on, because you won't be able to hear me. So my question is, we talked about, the last topic we discussed was actually about a male bringing a baby home. And JoJo brought up the different steps that it takes and what it would possibly look like for a wife to be comfortable. This wife is comfortable with him being with the child, but she needs to go. And the judge understood that. How feasible or do you think the baby mama had a right to say he does not need to bring her along?
Okay, all right. I guess I'll go first. All right. I think definitely this is a hard one. That's his wife. They're married. When you become married, you're one, right? They say that you become one flesh. And in that situation, I think if the circumstances were different, it would be more legit for her to say that. But you were a mistress. You were somebody that intruded into a covenant. And when you intruded into that covenant, you played out. You were out of position. You were out of line. So you can't expect things to go a certain way that you want to when you created something when you were out of line. So you were out of line by interrupting that covenant and having that baby by that man. You can't expect for this to be no normal circumstance with a baby daddy. This man got a whole family. Like, things aren't going to go the way that you want them to go. Now, so with that being said, I would like to know her reasoning. I missed the first part of the video. I was fixing my sound. Her reasoning why she said she didn't want her to come.
Because she needs to understand that there are certain things that she's going to need to reach out to him for, and only him, because it's only his baby. She didn't sleep with the wife. She's expecting privacy in that relationship.
So that's her.
But she did say she didn't mind sometimes.
So, okay,
she did say that.
Yeah, I just wanted to know her reason before I said my next part. So it sounds like she's young as well, also, and I understand where she's coming from. I do understand the feeling. You did have the child with him. It is you guys' baby for sure. You shouldn't have to deal with her all the time. In what is it, in the exchanging of the child? You know, dropping the child off to and from each other, or is it him coming to see the child?
Coming to see the child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, honestly, might be unpopular opinion, but I think, you know, the wife. I mean, obviously, this is a woman that he had an affair with, so it's gonna be hard for her to not want for him to go. But I say, if you're gonna stay with him, you're gonna stay married to him, you have to trust him. You have to trust him and let him go handle his business, because at the end of the day, that's his baby, and you can't hold that. Oh, well, if you're gonna stay with him, you can't hold that. Well, you cheated and you had this baby on me. Well, you're staying in the relationship, so there has to be some healing and some maturity. Because if I'm just putting myself in that shoes at the age I am now, and the age I'm where I'm the most securest, I'm not jealous. And if I'm fucking with somebody, I'm gonna fuck with them. So I'm like, you know, go handle. If I'm just saying, I would make it easier. Like, go spend time with your baby. And if you're doing something with that, if something occurs between y'all, it's gonna come out just like it did. So you're gonna choose to stay with somebody, I think you should just trust and move on. So I see both sides to it. It's hard to pick a side on that one.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay.
I wanted to know, did she know the husband was married when she was messing with him?
Yes.
She knew? Yeah, and I think that kind of sways the pendulum a little bit further one way for me.
Right.
And here's why. Because she knew he was married, in my opinion, my philosophy is this. This man is married, and if the wife does not leave and she decides to stay, my philosophy is very simple. They are one. If the husband is on a business trip and he can pick up the kids the day that he's not available and the wife has to pick him up, the wife has to pick the kids up, and she says no, what do we do now? You know, so she's gonna have to understand that this woman is with this man, and even though she doesn't like her per se, the situation is very messy. I don't think she has that much say, or at least as much as what she thinks. I don't think so.
Agreed.
Something that I wanted to ask the ladies. I don't have any kids, so I don't know. There is a very strong sense of possession when it comes to children.
Absolutely.
With women. Can anyone explain it to me beyond I carried the child for 9 months?
I can give a perspective of a woman who really loves kids and has raised kids but has not birthed them, and then Pierre's position may be a little different. And I'll spend a little bit of time so we can get to the game. So as a woman who was the stepchild, okay, so I see what it looks like and what a grown-ass woman looks like when she raises a stepchild. I think it's bullshit. And I've kind of said it before. I think that's the bargaining chess piece that women also have. And they leverage some of that to say, I really want this because I have the child, when that's not the real reason why. It's the control of it all. Because if you're truly doing what's best for the child and you only care if the child sees the father, then you'll make what accommodations need to be made. And to your point, you entered the covenant of a marriage. You automatically threw away all the things that you wanted, bedtime stories, all of that. Remember, that was on the last one. So I feel exactly the same. And I feel that way because my mother did not get with someone who was married, but that's the person he chose to be with. My mama didn't do no goddamn calls, no playing games with us, no, none of that. In fact, the other woman called my mom for advice. And that is one of the most pivotal moments I have ever seen. And I have seen women play games, and behind closed doors, when they get mad, it slips out that it's more about the control and not the actual situation. So that's my opinion.
I understand the judge in the sense of, even though this young girl, she knew.
But what's your opinion?
My opinion is, if I look at her, she did say she didn't mind sometimes. It was what the wife was saying. It's the guilt and the shame. That's the only reason why she made the comments about it should only be him, because in essence, her real issue was, this is the father, I want you to be present to help me. But because the wife made it clear that you're not shit and I'm keeping my husband, that was, like you said, the leverage of, well, then fine, you can't come. It was just more of like, she did use it as territory. Now, being a woman who was married and that situation arose twice, two different ways. I've raised other people's children and never wanted to take place as their mother, but I am a mother. So when I raise those children, I raise them as my own. And then when the alleged situation happened that I think is real, I said definitely fucking not. You didn't give a fuck when you pulled your pants down. I left. I did not stay. I definitely have had people who were like, they did. That's very nice. That's you. I don't want to, because I know that that's a very deep level of forgiveness that you may not be able to do. And I do believe that as a wife, if you do decide to stay, you have to find a space to treat that child as you would if you were getting married to somebody who already had a child. Because those kids, it's not their fault when they're born or anything. And because I have that much clarity to know that, definitely, initially I wasn't going to leave, but I didn't want no part. Now,
But this woman's
okay,
mistake. The issue is not whether she wants to treat the baby right. She treats the baby right. JoJo's question is it some type of leverage being used, or is it
it
a
can
control
be.
factor type of thing? Or is it simply really, I had this baby and carried this baby for 9 months? And that's a
I
maturity
think
answer.
it's a mature thing, because you know, it definitely, for her situation and for a lot of women's situation, it is a control thing, especially if you having that child, like the child being able to see the father is a constant reminder, or the wife being around is a
Mhm.
constant reminder that you were just decide that you don't have an opportunity to even continue with the relationship. You know, the judge pointed that part out, right? Like, okay, you calling him saying he's broken, he ain't this and he ain't that and he ain't this, but when you screwed him, he was enough to screw. So her issue wasn't even that he stayed with his wife. The issue is, I got a baby now, and now she's going to be a part of the
And
family.
it's baby number 3, and she's 25. She met the family
Now,
and everything, but she knew he was married. She
yeah, but you know
totally
what?
went to that covenant.
She made a little comment that I agree with when she said, "Well, he older than me. He should have known better. He really should have."
Absolutely. And she got 2 kids, so she should have known better.
Yeah, but I'll permit.
Yeah,
I'll pass
To
along a
me,
$25
like
that's
girl.
JoJo
true.
said,
Niggas ain't shit. I
she's
mean,
too quick with her excuses, like the judge said, because and it's because she's young. It is. And it's because
Hell
she's
yeah,
hurt. It is. But
yeah,
I'm sure she thought, oh, perfect. I'm getting with somebody that's older. Even if he doesn't have all these things, he's older. So at least I'll get a good father for my children. What did I tell y'all
yep.
before? Y'all got value. I'll get a father for my
Mhm,
children. I'll get somebody who's consistent. Um, but she did it from a
mhm.
very selfish place. She was okay with ruining somebody's home. He never mentioned divorce, never none of that. They met on social media. It's just too much. And that is why when you enter a covenant, expect both people to knock on your door. Why is it that he has to deal with both? Be it coming over there to see you and seeing what he did, and then going home and walking through that door of shame, but you feel like you should just have him to yourself and y'all get to play family for a little bit, and then he goes back home. Nah, bitch, we all together. You wanted to be a part of my covenant, right? Well, now unfortunately, you made me have to deal with you for the rest of my life. You think you don't get no rules. At least at the beginning, you don't get none. And she calls the lady. That's why the lady was saying I have voicemails and stuff. She actually calls her. So
She
she's been
said
a
that was not me.
right. So to answer your question, JoJo, yes, and real women can admit that, especially real women like Pierre and I, who are wives, have been wives, dealt with other people's kids, but they were our kids, and we didn't do that. Like I never had a problem with my husband going over and helping with homework, my ex going over and helping with homework. If they had traditions that they did by themselves, back to school night, any of those things that co-parenting existed, I didn't care. I didn't, but it wasn't comfortable at first, but I just didn't care. It hurt me more to be around it than not to be around it. So I prefer to not be around it. So that's the real question. So now,
Hold on, let me say one thing about that.
sure.
I don't think that she ruined the home, the covenant. I think if that man up and had a
No, I
baby,
said she had no problem ruining it. Everybody has to take accountability for their piece, which
yeah,
is why I'm saying she doesn't have the right to say, I want you over here with just me, you, and my baby. But that covenant is never going to just have that covenant. You entered a covenant, you knew it would never be normal. So you don't get your piece like you
no,
won.
yeah, no, I agree with that. I was just saying I don't think she. I think he already, I think
The responsibility is on him.
Of course, both of them.
up and had a baby with her that quick. He definitely was dipping out doing some
No,
other
it was a
stuff.
while. Like they've been to New Orleans to meet his family. They was going back and forth for a minute. But the main purpose of the judge, just to be clear, so we can move on, the main purpose of the judge spending so much time on her is because she's younger. It was a Black girl, and she wanted her to know that staying in the place of anger will allow you not to hear the things you should be hearing, because you couldn't even hear her at first. It was strictly between her being that voice for the little Black girl. That's it. But she made it clear it had nothing to do with who was more wrong. It has something to do with you're hurt, and this is going to hurt you. So I'm glad you got it out. That's why I let you say everything without interrupting. So that's why it looked kind of one-sided, but it wasn't. She really loved on her. To me, she didn't yell at her or nothing the whole time. So it was nice. That's why I wanted to show it, because we talked about that before too, why it's important for us to be in our communities helping. Somebody else would have yelled at her, and we all know it. So y'all ready for the game? First, you're not. Okay.
Do I need to drink for that?
Huh?
Do I need to drink for the games?
I'm drinking
You
anyway.
need to drink for everything. You need to drink just because. It's Friday. And
Is it
those of us
Friday?
that are salaried might be working 2 hours tomorrow. We're drinking.
My Friday.
All right. And it's Dr. P's Friday. Okay. So I have 6 cards in my hand. P, pick the first number 1 through 6. I'm going to do this way. This should be number 1. 4? Okay. And I picked some because they're dating cards, and some get really personal since I know everybody's business. I pulled the ones out that I felt like would trigger
incriminating questions here. Hold on, I didn't sign my permission slip.
I'm just, you gotta trust me.
You should have signed that waiver, JoJo. See?
I didn't pull none that would hurt none of us. I pulled some fun ones. The stack is really thick, so we're gonna play them for the rest of the year.
It's okay. I'm single, so it's okay. Go ahead, throw it on me.
You ready? Okay. I'm glad you said that, because you're probably gonna beat me up. Okay. This one is, what was the main reason your last relationship didn't work? Everybody try to keep your answers to 2 minutes or less. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my 1800, and JoJo, go first.
Okay. The reason why my last relationship did not work. Well, my last relationship was my marriage. Well, I believe it did not work because I believe that the person that I was with did not understand the seriousness of marriage. They were not aware of it. And I showed up in that relationship with all of the seriousness of marriage, and they felt I was too serious. So to them, I was too serious. To me, I felt I had the appropriate amount of seriousness for the marriage, and we did not align in that way. I believe that's the reason why it did not work out. I did everything that I was supposed to do,
so you
but
had
I
two
was
different
very
perceptions
serious
of
and
marriage.
intentional. I was very serious and intentional about the providing, the protecting, and everything else, and she felt I was too serious about it. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. Huh?
She didn't know that you were really serious about marriage before you got married? What did she do?
So, in based on what I gathered, now that I look back, her idea to me of what marriage was simply going through the court stuff, and then we go back to being boyfriend and girlfriend. Some situations may come that we be a little bit serious, but like everything else, if we just compromise and find a middle ground, then we should be fine. In marriage, at least the ones I've seen and the experience that I've seen through observation, sometimes compromise, for example, the happy medium is not the way to go. Sometimes I'll give in your way. I will let you have it this time. You let me have it other times, and that's how it balances out. For her, it would have to be the happy medium every time. If we don't walk away with something that we both love, then we don't have a solution. I didn't feel that way. I felt that sometimes it means sometimes if we walk, okay, fine, I'll concede, we'll do it your way this time, and then vice versa. When we did that, she ended up getting her way more than I got mine. And the results of those decisions were less than desirable, which I was left to have to deal with and solve afterwards. I couldn't keep that up. I couldn't keep that up.
Okay. No, good for you.
Yeah.
Bless her heart. That's not realistic. Okay. So Pierre, what was the main reason your last relationship didn't work in 2 minutes or less? While you're thinking about it, I'll tell y'all mine. Because he had a baby. Okay, go ahead. See, that's straight to the point. My ex is my ex because he had a baby.
Me too.
Boom. So I'm like, Pierre, what the fuck is the problem? That's it.
He didn't use protection.
He didn't use protection. He compromised my life. And on the day I found out, we were talking about marriage and having a baby.
Day I found out, night before, we was moving into a house. I mean, I still moved.
Baby.
He didn't come. You gotta go. I'm sure he'll tell you something different, though.
Of course he did, but that DNA test, I mean, that's time stamped. Niggas be
that was a lie.
Medical records lie, don't they? I mean, they tell the truth. Medical records.
Not.
Sometimes they be lying though.
They do sometimes. They do, but when you find a birth certificate named it Junior, was at the hospital in the baby shower pictures.
What the fuck?
Remember that's
what the fuck?
The baby shower invitation. Matching outfit. And the baby was already here.
Baby looking like you and shit. When you pull up to the in-laws house and the whole family know before you.
Girl,
last name.
Girl, baby running up talking about grandma. I could not.
Couldn't be me.
What do you do? I didn't do that, but what do you do? So Ron, you're the last one to answer the question, and then we'll move to the next one. What was the reason your last relationship didn't work in 2 minutes or less? And you can actually have some of our time from me and Pierre.
Well, I thought I went already.
No. Did you go? You did it. JoJo went.
No, he did not.
I didn't go?
No.
No, you didn't.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Not on this question.
Go get a drink.
Let me see.
You
Damn.
didn't even use your last date.
Damn, Ron, was it that many relationships, Ron? Damn.
No, we haven't had a relationship.
Remember why? I don't even remember why. Like, it was a very short ones, but I forgot why. I'm trying. Okay, wait.
So clearly the reason why is because he was uninterested. Ladies, if you have subscribed on his behalf, please don't unsubscribe. I didn't tell him to do that. I am not that kind of sister. I would have told him he was wrong. He don't tell the shit till after. Okay? Next question. He gonna make me lose subscribers. I'm done. Okay, JoJo, you pick the next one.
Let's go from left to right, number one.
Shit, left to right. My left or your left? This left? Your left?
Your left.
My left. Okay.
Your left, number one.
Oh, this is. Do you got telepathic Did you see this card? You want to know what it says?
What is
Let
it?
me tell you.
Your sex tape
Oh!
leaked online. What's the first thing you're doing after you find out?
What does that say?
Your sex tape leaked online. What is the first thing you're gonna do after you find out?
Yeah. So,
Ooh.
Ron, you can go first. Let's go like this time.
Yes,
let's go together.
go. I'm probably the most burnt one on the show, so let me say my burnt out ass shit. But first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to connect with Vivid or one of them companies.
Baby.
Like, hey,
Oh, you got it like
deal? Can we
It's
get a
out.
deal? Can we get a deal?
Stop playing.
You feel me? I'm trying to
Stop
negotiate
playing.
like Kim Kardashian, Mama D.
Make some money.
In fact, I'm gonna call her to see if she can work me a deal out. So we
That
can
part.
get
I'm gonna become a
couple deal off the
Kardashian.
deal. You feel me? That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get a meal out the deal. So let me go ahead and try to shop this motherfucker around because I know the public gonna like that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Shop that motherfucker.
Wrong with the OnlyFans.
I definitely started one. I've made it my mind.
Somebody gonna become a superstar on my behalf. You feel me?
It's Hoochie Daddy show. JoJo, what would you do?
With the OnlyFans.
What you doing, JoJo?
I'm trying to get that shit off the internet, man. Shit, I have my parents, my people, my job. I'm trying to get this shit off the internet. I cannot have any compromising African Mandingo on the internet with my face on it, my job. My parents, man.
You fired, bro.
The first thing I would do is drop a product. I'm dropping a product. I'm sending a cease and desist because I'm gonna put it back out. Now that y'all got a taste, great. That was a trailer. I'm gonna put it back out though, because it was already out, and people already got it. So I'm putting it back out. So I'm gonna be a superstar. I'm gonna own that shit like a motherfucker too, and I'm gonna call my mama and be like, "Mama, just don't click this." I mean, unless you want to see what you're doing.
I don't have that. If I have that, I'll do it. But if I don't have that, I'll do it.
It's already out there. It's nothing you can do. With technology these days, the first person that saw it started screen recording. They already got it. It's nothing you can do but own it.
Why not
You
capitalize?
don't understand. African parents, man, you don't understand. They give you this look of shame. Their last name and everything, and their descendants, and how you shame the whole village. Now they call it the whole village porn JoJo. I can't do it. I can't.
My dad'll be cheering, bro. My dad.
Can't do it. I'm trying to tell you, your village already got it.
My dad'll be cheering. He'd be like, "Boy, you did that."
Pawpaw's crazy ass would, because apparently, as long as I have a pussy, I should never be broke. Anyway,
I'm too shy. I'm too shy. Way too shy.
Burnt.
I'm way too shy.
Once the motherfucker come out, I'm gonna become madam. That's why you need different personalities. I'm telling you, when the shit comes up, I'm calling that man I'm married to. I'm gonna have to tell him.
Burnt. Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to tell everybody I legally have to tell, and then I gotta talk to the Lord and tell him, well, Jesus, I'm married, so I don't know. But the shit is going down. Madam is gonna crack. I'm gonna become a millionaire. Dr. P.
Oh, she's putting it
I'll be like,
oh,
Cherokee.
I'll be like, it was me.
That's all you can do. Hold the shit. Period. All the people gonna be booking with her. You want to know why?
I'm being a sex therapist. Fuck you. I'm like,
she's doubling down.
Call me Dr. All that ass.
She's doubling down.
Boom. Dr. Barbie did it over. See, we come up with names and everything. That night, I'm gonna have my whole damn business plan together. Okay.
I'm gonna turn this into a whole aerial thing. I'm gonna just,
I'm gonna be like, just don't play the part if my titties were sweeping the floor. Cut that part out.
Hey, Dr. P. Hey, Dr. P. I'll shoot a video with you.
Leave my sister alone. You want to get murdered? Okay, it's 6 cards. And P, y'all need to stay in frame. When I'm trying to pull clips, they are horrible. Jesus. Okay, I got 6 cards.
Dr. P. Right here.
Ain't gonna happen. Did you get one? You did. You went first. Brother, okay, you picked one. 1 through 6.
1 through 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so to calm down you guys' privacies. When was the last time you had a serious disagreement with someone and how did you resolve it? I'll go first. Last week.
And I told him, finish the question. I'll go first.
No, actually, it was January 30th. I know the exact date. My birthday. It was, remember? And I called my therapist, which happens to be my doctor. And I told her I have a new insurance card, so take my information because I need you right now. No, this will happen for real. So I cussed the person out until I couldn't breathe anymore, and then I hung up the phone. So I don't know what they said, but I cussed them out and told them everything I was thinking for the last 20-something years. And then I hung up the phone and I was done. And I felt great. That's what I did. That's how I resolved it. Next.
I'm sorry. Can you say that question again? Somebody texting me. They're watching the show talking shit, and I got caught up reading the text.
Sure. When was tell her I said hi. When was the last time you had a serious disagreement with someone, and how did you resolve it?
a serious ooh, damn. Oh, was I supposed to go next? P, you was trying to go next, right?
Or either one.
Okay. Disagreement. Damn. Disagreement. Damn. You know what? Damn.
Some men may not have an answer to this question.
No, I do. I don't think I've resolved my last disagreement, but I can give you one that I did resolve. Okay.
There was no well, that's the answer. There was no resolution for
There was no resolution. Not yet. I'm going to. I just haven't got to it yet. But I need to because it's important. But I will. I just haven't did it yet.
I resolved it by moving on. I said what I had to say. Dr. P?
It wasn't one, and then the person's response is a little pushy. And I said, check this out. Yeah, people are kind of pushy, and I said, I don't take too kind of people who do not respect my answer. My answer is my answer. I'm not explaining myself. I do not owe you anything. It was really nice meeting you. Do not call or text me anymore. You're too pushy. And I sent it and blocked it.
So can we say that in the process of dating, it's important to do process of elimination for those very reasons? If somebody don't respect a boundary that you are really big on early on with regular things, how are they going to handle if you're together and you have big things? Ladies, all that shit we've been taught, ride or die from the beginning, being a wife from the beginning, showing them from the beginning, having their back, all of those things, that's all bullshit. Those are trauma answers, and they're on both sides, and they should not be. You can shake your head if you want to, but no, they shouldn't on either side, because you left your marriage because there was no compromise. That's the problem. If y'all would have known that before, you probably wouldn't have got married. You shouldn't have been having to compromise like that. Same way I agree with you. But now because I said it to women, you shaking your head, which is back to what we're saying. Men are not being fair these days. And that's not okay. Whatever for one, it goes for both.
And Jojo, you might even take that a little bit wrong. So I'm gonna clarify where I say I agree. With Ajon is my sister on this. When I explain it, what I mean is no man or woman should give a roadmap to anybody when they meet them of who they are, what they want, this and this, and blah, blah, blah. You have to let people just be who they are. Get around them for a moment and first pay attention to how they act with just themselves. Are they even consistent? Do they, you know what I mean? Like kind of just observe them, get to know them first before you start to go down this trail of this whole setup. The reason why I dismissed this guy right away, it has nothing. He's a very good looking guy, very nice guy, educated, has money, this and this, blah, blah, blah. But none of that means anything if in the very beginning when you ask me a question, can you do this? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be able to. Oh, well, why not? I'm not going to be able to. Is it because of this? See, now, like that already shows me from the very beginning, even though you might have good intentions, for me, that is a warning sign of you're being a little too pushy, too quick, too fast. You're trying too hard, too quick, too fast. So that is something like something's going on with you because you didn't feel confident that I said no this one time. There's other times, there's other days, and I even said that day is just not a good day. But you're so persistent, and then you want to tell me why and the reason why, and I'm like, it's okay, it's okay.
But it's the same thing for males. That's why I told you both.
Some of these women, that's why when you men get in trouble with women.
You dealt with so much. We're like, you shouldn't have had to do that, and then it ended up not really being in your favor, and you gave her more. That's not fair to you as a person. That's not cool. And
she probably never even showed that she was gonna do all that, and you probably just ignored it.
Out of love.
A lot of us do.
You wanted to make it work.
That's what you're supposed to do in the beginning, but that is not true. That's not what you're supposed to do in the beginning. If you tell somebody the whole roadmap, you got some people out here where they want you so bad, they will chameleon and be exactly what they think you want, and just because people are, it don't even matter.
They get burnt out and flip out.
They're greedy and shit, but I don't even care. It don't matter. Like I said goodbye, and I said in a very nice, respectful way, but you ain't gonna hurt my motherfucking brain over one day. Shit.
So, Professor, did you answer? Jojo, did you answer this one yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So you need me to read the question again? No, not you need me to. I'll do it.
Yes, please.
Else. When was the last time you had a serious disagreement with someone, and how did you resolve it?
Right now, I told you.
You're a giver. So how did you resolve it? You're a giver.
Yeah, I'm serious.
You're a giver.
Right now. As a matter of fact, every time we're on the show, we're on a serious.
That's why I'm like, you're a giver. What you do?
That's
why I said it.
Just kidding.
You ain't being
You're like right now, got the P over there talking
one
shit.
Day gonna be like,
we're having a serious disagreement right now. Okay, so in my personal life, serious disagreement must have been a family issue that we were dealing with as a family, and I didn't think the members involved in the conflict. Huh?
It got to be in relation to dating.
It's got to be in relation to dating. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A disagreement. I can't even think of one. I usually let people have their way. Like I really don't sweat the small stuff. I can't think of one because it must have happened so long ago. I've been divorced for 3 years, so all these arguments have been behind me. Dating ever since, I don't even have an opportunity to disagree or have any kind of strong disagreement. It usually never makes it that far anyways. So
no, that's good though. That means what we said was true.
No, that's where you should get. No, that's perfect. I like that answer.
See, Jojo, you do agree with us.
You do. You're doing
no.
You partially do.
No.
Okay, then tell us why it doesn't get that far.
Because the method might look the same, but the intentions and the motivation behind it are different. So, for instance, when you said,
no, just answer.
I'll explain.
Okay.
When she said, do not give the road map because such and such and such and such. In my thinking, with everything that I've been through in life, half of it in a different place, my way of thinking is this. I am authentic. I am forthcoming. I am honest, and everything else that goes with it. I don't want you to ever in your life one day tell me you never told me this. So I put all the cards on the table from jump.
Mhm.
That's why I disagree, because my mentality or my way of thinking is you're about to find all of that out. So if you're asking me a question, why don't you do this thing for me? In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, this person is interested in knowing how I think. And if I let them into how I think, perhaps they get to see now why I make the choices that I make.
Yeah.
And with that opportunity to understand, they get to decide, is it something they want to deal with or not?
Okay.
That's why I disagree.
Yes,
Jojo,
sister.
to clarify, what you just said, there's nothing wrong with that because the woman asked you.
Right.
So that's not, we weren't talking about that. If
Right.
I'm asking a man something because I'm trying to get to know him, I do want him to be transparent and honest with me. We weren't talking about that. We were talking about before someone has even shown you the level of interest, before they're even coming to that mutual ground to have these type of conversations. Some people ahead of time jump, right? And they're just like,
Okay, I didn't
"Da-da-da-da-da-da-da."
understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all we meant. But
Okay.
that was like, so like what I was saying with the guy, I just met him or whatever. The only reason why it made me go like this was because if you said tomorrow let's go to the movies and I'm like I can't do tomorrow, and but you keep drilling me and drilling me and drilling me, and it was such a turn off so quick so fast when we had like 6 other days in a week. And it's
Right.
like you're showing me already that you're gonna pressure me for when things fit for you. So that gave me a warning sign of like, oh no,
Okay.
I just can't. Yeah, but when we
Okay.
mentioned the romance, we were talking about in addition to other things. But no, what you
Okay.
said
Okay.
makes
Okay.
a lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to pick one, and my favorite number is 7, and I have 6 cards. I'll pick number 2.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh. If I interviewed your exes, what would they say about you? Tell me one thing that they would say about you that's not good. No, just tell me what they would say about you.
Bossy.
Bossy. It could be something good.
Could be, but
They'll
in
say
their
that I'm
eyes,
too serious. Just
Too
like I
serious?
said, they'll say that I'm too serious.
He ain't got no time.
Mhm.
I got
I
a new
still
one.
talk to all of my exes, and I actually interviewed them for our show, but I never put it out. I called them and asked them, I said, who's your favorite ex? And all of them except for 2 said me. I just can't help it. But I said, if I'm your favorite ex, how did I become your ex? Because you're too busy. Okay. You could be somebody's favorite and they could still have a reason why they're not with you. 2 things can't exist. So
Right.
that was the answer for me. Okay, you guys want to do 2 more? We actually have
Yeah,
time.
just keep
Never
it
mind.
going. This is good. Keep it going.
Okay. Who wants to pick? Well, I think Pierre picked first.
Mhm.
1 through 6.
2.
Oh, do you want to be in a long-term committed relationship? And explain. Yes, I do.
Explain.
I'm married. I want to be married.
Is this me right now or in the future?
You answer however you want, sister. Your show.
Right now? Hell no. In the future? Definitely. Because I
Okay.
love love. I
I
love
love.
love.
I do. I love love.
I
Love
I want
marriage.
someone rubbing on my booty every night when I go to sleep.
I do. That's mostly what I want. Just rub my butt.
I'm
Warm
playing
my
my
car
hair.
up before I go outside. Put gas in my car. Change his fire detector, battery.
They keep
Make
going,
sure I have like little things. Mhm. You guys,
Oh.
what do you little hood rats want? No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, Dr. P, I can help you with that too. I can do the OnlyFans video and do that.
I'm trying to say. Multi-talented.
Multi-talented.
The circle
Give it
of
a rub it down. I got big hands. I have big hands.
Oh, shit.
One stroke.
No. Let's see.
Give it a rubby down. There we go. There we go. Right there. Right there. Right there.
Wax
Like that.
on, wax off. Wax on, wax off.
Okay.
Did he accomplish it? Did he accomplish the one stroke? Ronnie?
He trying to rub the clappers.
Did he accomplish the one stroke with the one hand?
I don't think he fitted around because he didn't go
I
all
don't
the way
think
around.
he did either.
He didn't go all the way around. He only went half. So if he would have went around, he would
See,
have got it.
JoJo, that was your audition. You missed it. And it was
I did.
All these good people.
I did it. I did go around. See, my hands are so big, the camera can't catch that.
The camera.
I'm
that was
done.
the video right there. Isn't this already taped live?
Oh my gosh. Ron, what about
the
you?
video?
That absolutely is the end goal. I mean, that's all I knew growing up, and I want to try to emulate that. Even though I wish I could have already, but you can't, get the past back. So moving forward, I definitely want to emulate that and share my life with someone. It's fun not having to answer to people right now, you know what I'm saying, and where you're trying to build this a brand or whatever you're trying to do or continue something. If you're in the middle of something rigorous, it's hard to really, do that right now. But definitely the end goal is to be in the same house with somebody, to share the same last name as somebody, share the bed with somebody, and share motherfucking blunts and breakfast with somebody for the rest of my life.
Most importantly,
you know what I'm saying? Feel me?
Okay. Did everybody answer? Okay.
No, I didn't get a chance to go.
Okay, so yes
Might
or
get a
no.
little emotional, but yeah, same here. I love relationships, man. I love marriage, man. If it was up to me, I would be in one tomorrow. I hate being alone. And I like the purpose of having something to do to make someone's life easy. I was fortunate. I grew up decently, and I have a lot to give. And it's just sitting on my lap and it's getting heavy. I just want to be able to share life with somebody. And yeah, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I look forward to it every chance I get. It hasn't happened yet for me the way I wanted it to, but I love relationships. It gives me purpose. Yeah, I would. I don't see myself doing it any other way. I look forward to the skin to skin, the booty rubs. I know I have enough hands for it, so I want to be able to have someone rely on me and not be disappointed. Or like, okay, he said he was going to do it, he did it. That feeling of having someone feel really, really happy behind something I did for them, that's something that I look forward to. And I would love the opportunity to do that.
I love that. Let me say this. All the little shit that be out on social media that brainwashes people, it is important to go to therapy, because a statement that comes from therapy is that you should have your own purpose. Nobody should control your purpose, right? But when you go to therapy or you read anything about emotional intelligence, or you just sit back and think about what that means, realistically, it's not possible, simply based off the fact, just look at the fact of how you look at your parents and how your children will look at you. It's automatically not possible. God put us here and paired 2 by 2 because that is your purpose. You are supposed to know who you are, and be strong in your purpose and join with another purpose That way you know exactly what you give to that purpose, and that purpose knows what it gives to you. But I love that JoJo said those things because it's very true. When you get married on purpose, when you date on purpose, you don't do it just because of the things that you want. You actually feel good from giving to other people, that person that depends on you, that person that you've read so much that you can tell. Ladies, you love it when you're getting dressed and your man comes up behind you and he finishes your dress instead of you struggling. You love it when you fall asleep on the couch and your partner has put a blanket on you. All of those things are a part of life and it feels good. All that shit about you don't need somebody and all of that, we do need people. That's not true. He is very right. It does give a purpose and that shit feels good as hell. So don't let nobody tell you that it don't. It is not your only purpose, but it's a big part of your purpose and it makes you better. 3, 4, 5, 6. So thank you for saying that. I'm glad a man said. So who wants to pick next? 1 through 6. I think it's JoJo's turn.
5.
Which one you picking? Nasty. Last time you picked nasty one. 5.
You know, I have the nasty ones.
You do?
I have the nasty ones. I do.
You want to pick a couple out of yours too?
Okay, well, give me a second. Let me bring them out. Bring them out.
Okay. Or you want to do the next show with your cards?
Okay, for the next show.
Okay.
For the next show. We're doing for the next show.
So the question is, which of your dating standards are absolutely non-negotiable, and explain. I'll go first because it's quick and I'm already nuptialed. Kids and arrogance. I didn't want anybody who didn't want kids because they already had kids. It's selfish for me to date me because I didn't have children. And then the second one for me was the arrogance, because when I started dating with purpose, I already reached so many milestones, but those milestones, like we just talked about with the last one, was for me, not for me to walk into a relationship and then be thinking I'm above somebody or something like that. And people that come into dates like, what do you bring to the table? Or I'm not going to Cheesecake Factory, or oh, I drove my such and such car up here. Those things are red flags for me because you're too focused on material things. And I want somebody that could love me with a cup of noodles or with a filet mignon. So those were my turnoffs. Those were my non-negotiables. They like scared the shit out of me. So, JoJo, what about you?
Non-negotiables. Yeah, well, 2 things. I don't like people who come off entitled. That's a non-negotiable for me. The moment I sense a level of entitlement, it's like, no, that's just not gonna go at all. And so entitlement is definitely big on the list. And number 2, I mean, I guess a toss up here. I don't want to make the list longer than it needs to be, but someone who is either too superficial, I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Who is necessarily superficial, or someone who is just simply unreasonable.
Okay.
You know, someone who's just plainly unreasonable. There's no way I can reason with you. Yeah, that's a turn off.
Dr. P? Well, we know the boundary pusher was, or the aggressive. We know that was.
I don't mind aggressive. I don't like.
What would you call the last one? Real quick. What would you call the last one example that you gave us? That's what I was referring to. Like, how do you say that one?
Me?
Yeah, like what's that one called?
I thought he was like pushy. I felt like he was more. It was more like a level of control.
Okay.
You're gonna control the narrative, you know.
Okay.
Like regardless, you're gonna control it. I don't like to feel controlled. That will definitely get you canceled. If I feel like you're trying to control me, it just makes me feel like I'm backed up into a wall and I'm being like choked, and I'm like, I can't.
Right.
And if I am in a, because we're talking about relationship, so you have to be like monogamy. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who cannot keep their pants up.
So
Cool down
even
for me.
during dating, even during you do
I'm
monogamous
only
dating.
talking to, no, I do not. I'm talking about like
Okay.
when we have sealed the deal, as far as like we are
Oh, a couple.
in a committed relationship or a marriage. Those are my two deal breakers.
Okay. Okay. Ron one.
Non-negotiables. A woman that does not have a good relationship with her mother. I don't want no part of it, and I'm not judging. I just don't want to go through that. The mother and daughter relationship. I know there's a lot of variables to it. I'm not gonna pretend like I understand. I'm not gonna pretend like I got the answers.
That's fair.
However, I don't want to be a part of that mess
That's fair.
because it's a lot that goes on in that. You know what I'm saying? When they got that fake love for each other, and I know real love, it could be bad for everybody involved. So I ain't dealing with that shit. A woman that does not put her kids first. I cannot fuck with you if you don't put your kids first. I think is a whole detail that I mean behind that. I don't think we have the time for me to really go into that. But
So what are some of the things? What does that look like? Because we know you don't mean somebody that just outright can't date because, oh, my kids, oh, my kids.
No.
Like, give a couple of things what you mean.
I'm talking about making as far as like major decisions goes, or if you have kids that need certain things that you act like you can't do because you're so wrapped up in your own life. I respect the person that has balance, that can go out, that can do their thing. But when they at home and being mom, you feel me? Like you it's attention. Everybody,
I agree.
different when it comes to, going out. And so I don't judge that. I'm just saying when you are mom, when you're in mom mode, you're not picking no man over, don't, you know what I'm saying? You're not in certain senses, you're not putting no men over any man that you're dating over your child.
I love it.
That's a non-negotiable. Another one, I have to have somebody that is selfless. Reciprocal energy. So I'm selfless. So if we are both selfless, we cannot lose because I'm selfless and I'm gonna make sure you okay, and you gonna make sure I'm okay. So I think that's the epitome of reciprocity. In that subject, I have to have a selfless person so we could reciprocate our love. So yeah, those are my non-negotiables.
Speaking of reciprocations, shameless plug, and I hope that I can edit it in later. So I shared a little bit of my niece performing in December, and the grand finale was To All Usher. Everybody knows how I feel about Usher, right? So that night I came home and had edited and already put it out and tagged not only Usher, but my brother-in-law because he works for Usher. Well, lo and behold, somebody tagged me earlier this week that Usher responded to the whole performance, that he saw it. It went viral and everything. It went viral and he saw it. Yes. So everybody thought that it was because, oh, they already got the whole Super Bowl lineup, blah, blah, blah. So, good old TT.
Yes.
You know me. I was in the comments like, nope, my niece and them had already did it. It wasn't because of that. So, yes, he should pick them to go be at the Super Bowl with him. So I was just really excited. I made sure to send it back to my brother-in-law because they're out there together right now for Super Bowl. And my brother-in-law is from that area. That's why I made sure to tag him. Not just that he worked for Usher, but it's where he came from. So that was really special to us and our family. So I just wanted to give a shameless plug because I was super proud. I was like, hyped all day.
It was beautiful.
It was
beautiful
dope.
Performance.
Yes, it was. So that's all. Speaking of kids being important, kids are very important in our family.
Yes.
Okay. Who are you? Something Barbie. Who are you? Plush Barbie, plus size Barbie, big booty Judy Barbie.
Chunky Barbie.
Chunky Barbie. I knew it. Okay.
Barbie.
Who picked the last number? Whoever didn't pick the last number, pick one now.
Let me get a 4, please.
A 4.
4.
And we are only at an hour. We can go for a little bit longer. Good job, guys, tonight, moving swiftly. I love it. Let's see. Oh, do you feel like people should date only their equal? If so, describe equal. If not, explain. I'll go first. I do think people should date their equal, but my definition of equal is different. My definition is that you're equally yoked, that you have the same values, you have the same things that you want, and even if your financial state is off and sex is off, how much are you willing to compromise? Meaning, if this person likes sex 5 days a week, are you willing to compromise with 4? Whatever it is, if they want to do things that are more adventurous, at least 75% you can pick off the list that you will do, and they're okay with that. For finances, there are some women, let's just say now it's more equal, and women have big dreams too, and we're actually able to accomplish them. So I work a little bit different, right? So let's say my husband never wanted to do anything else, but we make really good money right now. But with me wanting to step into entertainment, I became a millionaire. Would I look at him crazy if he didn't also become a millionaire? No, I wouldn't, because we accomplished the things that we set out to accomplish. Now, anything over that, I'm okay with adjusting the lifestyle, if that makes sense. I do know some people that get married and it's like, oh, he does this and that, but then she moves a little bit higher, and then it's like, well, where's yours? I don't exactly think that's fair, because you wanted to be at this level. So if you can afford Chanel, don't ever look at him to buy you Chanel because you can afford Chanel now. As long as he keeps doing the things he was doing that you two sat down and agreed upon, I just don't believe you should ever look at him different. If you want a house that's a mansion now, but he bought your first house, you know that you're going to pay for the mansion, but he's going to put up the same amount he was putting in the old home. I think that you have to be equally yoked like that. So yes, I do. Otherwise, it won't work. So that's my answer.
That's my answer.
That's your answer too, sister?
Damn.
We thought long and hard about this.
Damn. I mean, that's a common, your response is definitely a common response. I mean, yeah, you should date someone in equal, and like you said, it doesn't necessarily mean I make 125,000, you make 125,000. A lot of shallow people immediately think about finances, and
right,
it's about way more than finances. We have to be on point and aligned with our values and our morals, and the way we think about the major things about life. Now, of course, we're not going to agree with everything because we're two different human beings. But as far as the surface things, morals and values, and the way we choose to live our lives, it has to be aligned. So all the other stuff will fall in place. We have to both have a relationship with God. Now, I'm not saying that a person has to do it how I do it, be at church every day. I don't be at church every day. I'm just saying,
right.
I'm not going to sit up here and tell someone how to have a relationship with God, but you definitely have to have a God conscience in order to fuck with me. So, because I have one. So there's certain things I'm not going to do because I have a God conscience. So, yeah, I think in terms of that, we should definitely be equal.
Can I just say this also? We mentioned it before, but since we're talking about finances, there are millionaires that are broke because they have exceeded the $1 million they make a year. They're dishing out 2 million. They haven't paid taxes. They go broke the next year and have nothing. So financial responsibility and wealth, those are different. So stop it. That's why we keep saying superficial and things like that, because none of us are millionaires and none of us are starving. None of us have anything getting cut off, and we can figure things out. That's more important to me. But I don't always want to be in survival mode either. So that's important. But stop looking at dollar figures. They don't tell the picture. What about you, JoJo?
Yeah, actually, I feel different than everybody on this one. I'm like,
okay, good.
different is great. Different is fine. I would take different. I mean, it's
So you
I
don't want
guess
equally yoked. You're okay with different.
I don't mind equally yoked because anybody that I'm around, whatever it is, we're not equal on. I guess we can be equal on one thing, which is to be reasonable when we speak to each other. I think once we have that, everything else on top of that can be different, but we'll be fine. So
That's what we
if
said.
if it's the money, since you all gave that example, if we're talking about the money here, look, be reasonable. You make more, I make more. What's the best decision that we have to do right now that benefits the group? If we understand that that's what we have to do, it doesn't matter if we're different on the money. If we different in terms of religion, if I'm Muslim, you're Christian, and you know I pray my God down, you pray your God up, and you know how big of an issue is that going to be in our relationship? Look, I let you be you, you let me be me. If we have kids, we expose the kids to both, let the kids choose what they want. So to me, different is fine. I've seen it where different came together and it worked, but at the center of it, yes, we would have to be the same. And what I mean by the same is, you know, just be reasonable and be willing to work with the person you. But yeah,
We
if we're
said the
not
same thing.
equally yoked,
No, they
I
said
I,
the
I
same
I'm,
thing.
I'm
We
trying
said
to
the
gauge this.
exact same thing. The only thing different that you said is religion, but we said the exact same thing.
We did
See, Ron said that
because
too.
I'm trying to gauge equally yoked to what degree. So, for instance,
Whatever it
if
is to
you
you.
believe if I believe in monogamy and someone else believes in something different, obviously that's not gonna work.
That's not equally
Yeah, but
yoked.
if the
Correct.
two of you, but if
But
the
if
two
you
of
get
you
together.
decide to still be together and you find a medium ground, that is your yoke because
Right.
you reasonably, respectfully
Right.
came to a bottom. The
Yeah.
only difference was they gave examples. They said it like in reverse the words, but you said the same thing. You just pointed
Yeah.
out how
Okay.
we can be
Okay.
opposite of each other as long as
Yeah.
we reasonably. Don't keep saying okay. How you hear what I'm saying?
As long
I
as we
guess.
balance.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question. Pierre, Ron, brother, pick a number. If you're talking, we can't hear you. Yo, you're on mute,
We
brother.
can't hear
Oh,
you.
let's go with big 6.
Big 6. Okay. I knew you was gonna pick this one when I pulled it out. You ready?
Yep.
You want to take a shot?
Yep.
Okay. What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Woo!
Craziest thing I've ever done?
Mm-hmm.
Like, not relationship, just period.
They're dating questions, so
Oh, dating questions. Oh,
yeah, these are date night questions. That's what they are. These cards are actually from tonight's conversation, that podcast.
okay. Craziest thing I've ever done. Dzam.
You want me to give mine first?
Yeah, go ahead. I gotta think about that.
Craziest thing was pulled over to have sex on the side of the freeway. That was the craziest for me because it was the 10 freeway and it was on the Fairplex exit. That is retarded. That is the exit my family lives off of. Why would I pick that exit? But I did. I could not wait.
Dzam.
Still in the car, or did you get out?
In the car, was during rush hour.
Okay.
Yeah, bright sun.
Damn.
Dr. P, you want to go while brother is thinking?
Okay, I'll go since you guys not ready. I'll go.
Yeah.
So actually, mine is a toss-up. I have two stories that I believe are just equally as exciting. Okay, so my first story, 2006. I was actually part of the Mile High Club.
Oh wow.
For,
Okay.
yeah, for those of you who don't know, Mile High Club is when you have sex on, yeah. So, my
So
flight
you're going
back
to do
home
not
from
fly with
Africa was
them.
delayed.
Okay.
My flight back home from Africa was delayed. I ended up transiting through Amsterdam, and I got bumped to first class because of that error. And we were waiting on a connecting flight from Russia, and I got to sit next to a Russian model who had never been with a black man before. And it was a 13-hour flight from Amsterdam to LA. Not even a third of the flight in, lights go off, everybody falls asleep. You know, it's first class. You get these complimentary wines. After 3 bottles, she's done. Head falls on my shoulder. I don't touch her or anything. Then the head falls between my lap. And then about 5 minutes later, I hear my zipper open. So that was the first experience. The second experience, I was dating a girl in a poly relationship. Just nasty. And so she's talking to 2 of her girlfriends about how exciting I am, because of the stuff that I did with her. So one day, without me knowing, her and I getting it in, and the 2 girls are on video camera watching. So what ended up happening is the 2 girls get it on wherever they were, and I'm getting it on with the girl I'm with where I was. My girl that I'm with sends me to the 2 girls. She stays home. She sends me to the 2 girls. I get over there. I get it on with the 2. The one that I just left gets on video. She's watching the whole thing. The 2 that I'm with, they're squirters. So it's like all over me. The one that I left tells me, don't clean up, don't shower up, come back. I want to taste them. And so
Okay.
that was crazy. That was crazy.
Pierre, do you need me to read the question?
Crazy story.
Please.
Yeah,
The question
that was
is,
hot. That was hot.
oh boy.
That was hot.
Okay. What's the craziest thing you've ever done? And remember, these are dating questions, so it'll probably be a date.
I hit a blunt and gave head while I blew the smoke out.
Did his weenus get high?
Mm-hmm.
I would think so. So you were kind of like a doctor. I knew it. My siblings are talented. They're so fucking talented. It's ridiculous. Okay. Jojo. No, I think it's my turn to pick a card. I will pick number 3, the sway. Oh boy. Your partner doesn't look quite the way they did when you started dating. How do you handle it?
I didn't get to go, sis. I forgot.
Oh.
You know what? I think these 2 kind of equal each other. So I'm gonna go real quick. I have one.
Yeah.
I got some dome at a Roscoe's in Anaheim in the middle of the day. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning, and it was like, it's number white people out there, so they walking by, and she like, man, why you getting scared, man? I'm like, what you mean, man? He's in this car. I'm scary, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go to jail. She like, nigga, you tripping? So I'm like, hurry up.
The Caucasian neighborhood being ethnic?
Yeah, even though I was smoking in the parking lot, but I was even more paranoid because of that. So I'm like, bro, what are you doing? All these people walking by and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of them. It was crazy. It was crazy. And then we went inside to eat after that. So it was crazy. And then the other one is somebody I was talking to met up. She kind of had a pickup back in the day. We met up at a restaurant, and You know what I mean? We was getting busy in the back seat, you feel me? And then the security car started like shining the light and shit. Like the light came
They
on.
be haters.
Yeah, so like we was like stopping, acting like it was we were thinking it was a police that was coming, so we stopped and then kept going and just getting paranoid. We ended up like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was
But
crazy.
that makes it more exciting, huh?
Yeah. It was exciting. You know what I'm saying? It was exciting. That shit was a dope ass night. You feel me?
I did that at Barfield once.
Oh, shit.
It was at night. No kids was there. Let's see. Okay, so I picked a different one since I have read it and then we're not using it. So your significant other is angry and upset about something that happened at work. How do you calm him and her down? Sex. That's my answer. Sex and food and drinks. But the answer to everything. That's the quick answer.
Damn, wait.
For me, would be a full body rub down with a happy ending, and perhaps just listening to you vent.
That's a great one.
Wait, what was the question again? Hold up.
The question is, your significant other is angry and upset about something that happened at work. How do you calm him or her down? My answer was sex, drink, and food. But
Okay.
it could be a gushy answer. That's my immediate triage.
You know, some work shit. So some work shit, I think you gotta definitely listen to the motherfuckers so they can get that shit out. They want to get it. You the person they talk to. So like JoJo said, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and let me hear what you gotta say, because let me get that shit out so that won't fuck up the rest of the night. Because if you don't let them get it out, that's gonna carry over to and fuck up everything else. So you know what I'm saying? While you doing that, smoking, and of course, the food and the adult activities that follow.
I love it. Dr. P, what is your prescription?
She's
All
doing
of
sign
what we
language.
said.
Like, okay, I'm gonna do all of that together. Take the microphone off. We need to talk.
Everybody.
She's like all of the above. No.
Because all of us have the same answer. That is the answer. Hell, you let them get it out and you help them work it out. And you like, it's really just that simple. It is. But minimizing it and not paying attention, that's when shit escalates. Just let the person get it out. Like how they need to get it out. And then comfort them. It's really that easy. Okay, last one. I'm just going to pick one out of the middle. I don't like that one. Oh, here's the grand finale question. Your significant other catches a case and is going to be locked up for a long time. Would you hold them down or leave? Explain.
Wait, significant other. Okay. Of how many years?
Got me in trouble before.
And how many of significant other of how many years? Like is
basically, okay, because it definitely matters. Yeah. I don't know. Answer. What's your worst answer? Everybody give their worst answer, I guess. I would not. I would not.
I wouldn't either.
If they did something to defend me, like got in a fight, something like that, and it escalated and it was really self-defense and for me, I'm gonna hold him down because you did what you were supposed to do as a man. If it's something you voluntarily did that I didn't agree with and you put our relationship, you play Russian roulette with our relationship, then it ends when you go to jail because I didn't agree to that. So it depends on what happened. So that would be my answer.
That's sort of kind of the same type of vibe I was gonna be on. Like,
okay,
let's say for instance, somebody dating a D boy or something, or somebody that's participating in those type of activities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you in reaping the benefits. Living in, going on fancy dates and living in this.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? I expect either way that other person to stay true because that's something that we were in together. Now, like I said, if I made a selfish decision and did some bullshit, you know what I'm saying, that put our family in jeopardy, that put my own safety in jeopardy, you know, if someone did that to me, you know what I'm saying, you can't expect me to stay true. I'm not going to live a restricted ass life because you did some goofy shit.
Right.
So, in that instance, I'm out.
Agreed.
It ain't even no question. I'm out of here, boy.
Agreed. Especially those women that's enjoying it, because he could flip on your ass too, and you could be an accessory homegirl.
That right there.
So
yeah, me, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't, and I have zero tolerance for any of it. Of all the options that you had, if that is the option that you chose, you can't possibly tell me it's the only option that was left to you, that was made available to you. I have zero tolerance for that. I love my freedom too much. You're not gonna put me in a position that's gonna affect me and my bottom line. The sweetest person, even if it's to defend me, I would have rather you walk away. I would rather that. Yeah. So
what if that option
zero.
isn't available?
Right. So if you're getting your feet absolutely whooped by two people,
Right.
your girl come and bank a nigga and knock him out, and then knock another nigga out, you gonna get mad at her for saving you?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
So you
Yeah, I
prefer
don't.
for her to let you die?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm cool. I'm
Okay.
cool.
Bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay. Dr. P, what about you? For the record,
Because I would never put myself in that situation to begin with.
it's
Well,
things
I'm
you
about to
can't
say it.
control. But for the record, you can't date my sister. Because we throw hands in real life. I wish a motherfucker would. Listen, you put your hand
Can
on my
we
motherfucking
leave?
sister.
Can we just leave?
You put your hand on my sister and you jumping her. Even as a grown adult, I have been in fights because people are crazy. It's very unfortunate. The other person didn't start it. None of that. Me and my cousin Ashley,
P.
God rest her soul, we have fought in our adult years because somebody came up and did these things. She didn't do
Dr.
nothing.
P.
You think I'm gonna stand there with my cousin and jump?
Or you were out somewhere and someone grabbed you wrong. You came and told me. I said, you know
I
what,
wouldn't
baby?
tell.
Okay, so the reason why I wouldn't want that is because whatever it is that you're trying to handle, how you're trying to handle it, it could escalate. My method is to
It's
leave.
already escalated. You're getting your ass whooped. It's a potential. They could potentially hurt you.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
And
Let's leave.
look, it's no wrong answer. It's no wrong answer. But around us, if you're not with the business, it's a liability. Ain't no fucking way nobody putting their hands on my sister, my brothers, the kids.
We got
Nobody
kids to get back
understanding.
to. We have kids to get back to. We have all that stuff to get back to. They can have it. Let's go.
So if they whooping your ass to the point they about to kill you, you ain't gonna get back to no kids.
Right, that's what we're saying.
Yeah, but at least you're there. But at least you're there. As opposed to both of us. You're there.
No,
leave and go to the kids.
No, so we said in the event of you getting your ass whooped, and then she come and knock motherfuckers out to the point where she wins. But then
I don't know how she's gonna be able to do that if I don't get my ass whooped. I don't know how.
No, if you got blindsided, it could
Let me just.
If you got hit from the back or you got snuffed or something.
Everybody
go home to the kids.
And let you
go home to the kids. I'll handle it. Don't come here. Go home to the kids.
My mama beat my ass if I came home and said that happened.
Right there with you already. Just leave you.
Go home to the kids. I'll be fine.
He said leave his ass and let him die.
Okay. Well, what about you, sister?
I am not waiting for anybody.
I am not doing that jail bed with you because you be in prison when they in prison.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna wait for you. And the situations that would permit that for me to stay, there's a great chance it would be these rare things. You know what I mean? They would be so
it's
rare.
The exception, not the rule.
Yeah, like so beyond the exception that I'm not even gonna share what. But
right,
I guarantee you I'll be with that motherfucker. It'll probably be both of us going.
Right. You know for sure this is wrong that he in there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Weird.
And it's
I
gonna be
think so.
some real shit to be the reason why we both got locked up.
Right. Got it.
Like
Okay.
there's very few situations, and if you know me, you know exactly what I'll nut up. And if you my motherfucking husband, you better nut up for the same damn reason. And it's
Nigga, if
so
you
that's
don't
why
listen,
whoever's with me, you already know. When it comes to our motherfucking children, you put your hands on them, touch them,
I
do
don't
anything
care if
you're
you
not
jump in
supposed
front of a
to.
bus for my babies. Yeah, it's different. Um,
Everybody
I
got their
agree.
legs so they crazy, and that's where mine is. Touch my child if you want to.
I agree.
You're gonna see
I
a
agree.
whole nother fuck the doctor. Me, God already know. Me and him had this conversation all the time, and this is why
Baby,
certain
he
things
already
don't
said
happen in your
that.
life.
That's our rule.
He already know. He
He made me.
like,
He
bro, I don't
knows.
want you to live that life.
Yeah.
That's why I
Okay.
said it doesn't even matter. There's no need to even explain it because
Right. Because, like you said, the things would have to be so heinous that those are not even things that you would talk about. I
right.
agree. It's not for everyday things or things you could calm down or break up.
I'll be going. I'm like, nigga, bye, please.
Right.
Boo.
We're not those type of women to be getting our men in trouble. So a quick laugh before we end. That question reminds me of remember on what 10 worst dates. What was it called? The dating movie where they was trying to drive each other nuts and they kept doing stuff back to each other. I think was it Cameron Diaz, and she told the man in the theater she was messing with him, and she was like, "My boyfriend will humble your ass," and got her boyfriend knocked out. No, you don't do things like, because she was talking shit to the dude in the front that was here, and she was trying to get him to. They was trying to make each other not want to date each other so they could win this money. So they went to the movie theater and she was irritating the man, and the man was saying something to her, and she was like, with Matthew McConaughey was in there, and she was like, "Don't talk to me like that. My boyfriend will pump
Yo,
again." He stood up. He was so tall and so big, and he just punched him in the face like
Knocked him.
in ways
he knocked him out.
it was
Girls that
10
do
ways to
stuff
lose a
like
guy.
that irritate the shit out of me, because where I come from, that could get somebody unalived, and that's not cool. Like, ladies, there's certain things you're not even supposed to just go. If you made it home, it's good. If it's not a threat any longer, like, you don't tell your man stuff like that. You just don't. It's not safe, and it's really stupid. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the game night. I hope that you're a little tipsy and you sleep well tonight, because my spirit tells me I'm gonna sleep well. Because I didn't even get a cup. I drank it straight out the bottle. Why? Because I didn't want to wash the cup. Okay. I don't want to go downstairs. I don't want to wash the cup. Okay. I want to take this dress from over my head, unsnap this bra, throw it somewhere, throw my hair back in the clip, snatch these eyelashes off. I'll tell you where they end up tomorrow. And climb in my bed because I'm tired. Okay? That's what I want to do. So I can start enjoying my week. Hey, is this a holiday weekend? Is Monday a holiday, or is it next week?
Next week.
It's
Next
Super
week.
Bowl this week.
Huh?
Next week. It's next week. Next week.
Next week is the
But
bullshit.
Super Bowl's this
Next
Sunday, yeah?
Super Bowl. Yeah, Super Bowl is this Sunday.
So I think it's the 19th.
President's Day
Monday
is
19th.
the last
Yeah.
weekend of Aquarius season, which is when I plan to celebrate my birthday. But I just can't make a decision on nothing. You know, it's really hard to lose people. Y'all know I got 3 people that I lost for January. That's very hard to celebrate my birthday. I can't even fucking focus. And then next month, all the rest of them. Can you believe their birthdays are between March 1st and March 9th? All of them. This is some seriously fucked up shit. However, I am grateful to be alive. I am grateful for the people that love me, but I just could not make sense out of celebrating this year. I couldn't do it. I am not strong, and I don't want to pretend to be strong, so I didn't. I'll celebrate it later. So that is it from us tonight. I hope you enjoyed the game. Next week we will be playing JoJo's game. So JoJo will ask all of the questions, and I will pick the hot topic. So this should be fun. And we'll see if we can have more people join us if they like. So if you like, let us know. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share it, and enjoy your weekend, and be safe for Super Bowl if you're going out there. Be very, very safe. That is it for me. So we'll have everybody else close out, and then my brother, of course, will close out the show, and then that's it from us. JoJo?
All right, thank you for watching. So this was fun. I can't wait to next week. Next week is gonna be some.
I can't
Are
wait.
you gonna be back, Dr. P? You gonna be back? You sure? Don't leave me hanging.
We closing out the show, sir. You don't fight. You automatically out the family. That
All
is
right.
code number 1.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This is Jojo Habanero. Thank you.
Awesome. Dr. P?
Thank you, guys. Don't forget to check me out on TikTok, 𝒀𝒐𝒏𝒆_43.
And we're going to start doing nightcaps on
TikTok.
On TikTok after the shows. And Chunky Barbie will.
Tonight.
Oh, starting tonight. So I'm going to go change it to my pajamas and put my hair.
Okay.
I'm going to leave it like this, but I'm going to change it.
Okay, let me go get some drinks then, because you guys just.
Yes.
I wasn't ready.
What we're going to do is. I thought Ron was taking off his. I'm like, what are you doing? You trying to pretend like he was being us? Taking off the bras and shit. I'm like, he's trying to be funny. Yes, you guys. So we're going to, you guys, 𝒀𝒐𝒏𝒆_43. And I'm going to send invites, and we're going to start to basically debrief and just go live and let people come in and make comments and go from there.
Trying for all of our platforms to take off this year. We need millions. We need all of them to pay our light bill. What about you, brother? Close us out so we can grab drinks and head on over to TikTok.
Okay, we're going to the after party. So, you know what I'm saying, the after hours. Thank y'all for watching tonight, playing this game with us. Caught us off guard with some of these motherfucking questions. I'm be ready next week, though.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Come back and JoJo, you know what I'm saying, get his Mac on and show it shit. You feel me? Y'all come out and you know what I'm saying, come out and watch us next week. Shout out to my boy Pete. He been watching the show, talking shit to me the whole show, texting me. That's why I was laughing.
Wow.
Yeah, Pete. That's why I was randomly laughing. I wasn't laughing at y'all. His ass was talking shit, so I'm laughing at his text messages.
That's why I didn't open mine.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Pete. Shout out to everybody that's watching us every week, moms and everybody that come in row. You know, shout out to all y'all consistent people. And make sure y'all pick us up next week. Like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see y'all next week.
Good night.
Wow.